It started with small things, as these realizations often do, not dramatic, not obvious, just small shifts that you'd dismiss if you weren't paying attention. The clock on the wall at work seemed faster than usual, ticking along with a smug urgency. My phone rang, but no one was there, just silence that stretched long enough to make me hang up. Nothing worth mentioning, right? That's what I told myself. But then it became harder to shake. Last Tuesday, I walked into my usual bakery. The bell above the door gave its familiar chime, and the air smelled of sourdough and burnt coffee. Normal, comfortable. I ordered my usual, a black coffee, no sugar, and a croissant, but the cashier, someone I'd seen dozens of times, looked at me with a blank stare when I asked. "We don't sell croissants," she said. I laughed, thinking it was a joke. "Since when?" She blinked, her face neutral, and shrugged. "We never have." The strangest part wasn't her response. It was that the other customers seemed unfazed, like they hadn't heard anything unusual. I glanced at the menu on the wall, searching for evidence, and sure enough, no croissants. I left without my coffee. By Thursday, the strangeness had begun to snowball. I passed my neighbor in the hallway, an older man who always wore the same scuffed brown shoes. I'd see him almost daily. We'd nod in acknowledgement, but never talk. That day, though, he wore sneakers, brand new ones, bright white, laced too tightly. "New shoes?" I asked, surprised I'd even spoken. He stopped, looked down at his feet, and frowned. "I've always had these," he said, as if correcting a child. I didn't reply. I didn't know how to. That night, I scrolled through photos on my phone, trying to ground myself. They felt off, though I couldn't pinpoint why. A picture from a trip I took last year only. I didn't remember being there. Another of me with friends at a birthday party I swear I didn't attend. Every photo was like that, familiar yet not mine. By Sunday, I avoided people entirely. Conversations felt like walking into a room and forgetting why you came. A friend called to check on me, something about missing dinner plans I didn't remember making. I apologized, my voice strained, but she brushed it off too easily, like she wasn't listening at all. I stayed home after that. The news became unbearable. Headlines blurred into nonsense, shifting in meaning every time I blinked. A story about rising fuel prices would become a report on invasive species by the time I refreshed the page. Even the weather, simple, predictable, felt wrong. The rain fell noiselessly like a movie with the sound muted. Last night, it all came to a head. I opened my journal, hoping to write everything down. I needed clarity, proof that I wasn't unraveling. But when I flipped through the pages, the handwriting wasn't mine. The words on the earlier entries, things I'd written weeks, even months ago, were unfamiliar, almost cryptic. "It's slipping," one line read. Another said, "Look closer." I stared at those two words. Look closer. At what? Today, it hit me. The moment of realization wasn't grand or cinematic. It was quiet, like a final puzzle piece clicking into place. I was pouring cereal when I noticed the box wasn't the same brand I'd been buying for years. The milk smelled like oranges, And then, as if my mind had been waiting for this exact detail to unlock, everything shifted. The kitchen light felt colder, harsher. The floor seemed closer than it should be. My hands, steady moments before, trembled as I gripped the counter. This isn't real. Not the cereal, not the milk, not my kitchen, not me. You think this is a story, don't you? Some cleverly crafted little anecdote to pass the time. But that's the problem. You're reading this, and that means you're part of it too. Maybe you've noticed it, how the days feel shorter, the moments thinner, the gaps in your memory, the ones you blame on being tired or busy. Look around, look closer. Do the faces you see every day seem complete? Does your life fit together in a way that feels solid? Or is it just convincing enough to keep you from asking questions? And here's the thing. If I'm not real, neither are you.